The Bison Football Show with Coach Matt Entz. Brought to you by Gate City Bank, for a better way of life, and Pepsi.
Hey, everybody. Welcome on into the Bison Football Show along with head coach Matt Entz. I'm Sam Neidermann. NDSU victorious inside the Fargo Dome as they defeat the Southern Illinois Salukis 34-10. NDSU improves to 7-3 on the season. Coach, that was a fun one today.
It was. I thought we saw all three phases of the game have significant impacts. Execution was at a high level, and thought our kids played really hard. But that's something that I think Bison Nation sees every week, is our kids playing hard.
Does it feel good to have one where you put it together in all three phases here and kind of get that complementary football?
It is. I think this is the best probably game of complementary football. I think there's been other games where there's been segments of really good football, but just 4 hours of solid football. That's what I'm pleased about. And this is the time of the year you want to kind of be hitting your, of course, you'd love this to have started a month ago, but better late than never right now, and I'm excited about where our kids are at.
No doubt. And Coach, you look at the game, it was 13-10 going into half. They got the 3 off of the muff punt there. So they had a little bit of momentum, but your defense answered the bell in this second half. I want to say it was at least 3 or 4 3-and-outs to open up that second half.
I think it was 3 3-and-outs and then a fourth down stop. And so, that third quarter, we played, that was truly complementary football. Both sides of the ball. Offensively, we were moving it. Had some big catches, some big plays out of receivers. Backs were doing well. Cam continues to, I'm sure he was probably close to 65-70% completion today. And it's good. It was good to see us right before the half, because we always talk about the middle 8. And you hate to have that turnover right there. And again, you're talking about an all-conference punt returner. I think he just got froze on what decision he wanted to make. Should I run up and catch it, or we'll talk through it and get through it on film. But it was good to see the defense bow up right then at that moment and hold them to 3, and because we knew they were going to get the ball coming right out of the gate in the second half.
You talk about the way that the team responded, and they did it on a special day, senior day. And it just seemed like every senior might have had a little moment here and there, and it was good to get a win for the guys that we honored here in the senior class.
It is. We started talking about it last week after the postgame, and this program, ever since I've been here for 10 years now, has always made it an emphasis that last home game and even last regular season game of the year are the seniors, the veterans, are the only emphasis that week, and making sure that their experience in the Fargo Dome, the last guaranteed game of their career here, they go out in style. We do it the right way for them.
For sure. They definitely ended on a high note. Why don't we take a look back at how it happened. First half highlights from this one, presented by Gate City Bank.
Senior day, and so much is at stake. It's time for Bison football on WDAY. Good. Miller floats this one. That one hauled in on the reception is Raja Nelson for a first down. They'll mark him out at the SIU 45. Set of downs on the SIU side of the field. Miller will roll out, waiting for somebody to get open over the middle of the field. He goes to his trusty Zach Mathis, who gets brought down at the 38-yard line and a gain of 7. Penalty. It's a gain of 1. 2nd and 14. Miller now will keep it. Got some green grass, a lot of green grass. Down the sideline. Cam Miller cuts back in. This is a touchdown. North Dakota State. What a run. From the Saluki 8. Miller. This time it'll count. Touchdown. North Dakota State. His 10th rushing touchdown of the season. It's to go in the opening quarter. Miller with lots of time, waiting, will go to the outside. That's hauled in. Down the sideline is Nelson. Makes a nice cutback, and he gets all the way down to the SIU 38-yard line. Wants to throw over the middle. Braylon Henderson caught it. He'll scoot out of bounds. But not after he picked up a first down. On back-to-back plays on 2nd and 3rd down. Crosa, of course, had a field goal block last week. Connects here. And gives NDSU the lead back, right back there. On a first down carry. Big tackle there. Oscar Benson flew in there. They'll give it to Nelson. Has a little seam, and he's in the open field. Nelson spins his way out to the 32-yard line, and they're 1 of 3 on third down conversions. This would be a heck of a one if they get this. Miller wants to air it out. Henderson down there. He caught it. Braylon Henderson all the way down to the SIU 27-yard line to try to extend the lead. Kick is up. And it is good from 43 yards out. And the Bison extend their lead off the leg of Griffin Crosa. Baker under pressure, and down he goes. Dylan Hendricks. Baltimore after a 3rd and 24 was converted. 3rd and 19. Baker, and down he goes again. Cava on senior day.
First half stats presented by Nodak Insurance Company. And, Coach, you look at it, it's now been 10 times in all 10 games that your offense has scored on its opening possession. They marched down, got that opening drive touchdown, and were able to set the tone early on in this one.
Yeah, I thought our kids responded well. They had been challenged all week, and probably just seeing statistically how good Southern Illinois was on defense. And I think our kids took that as a challenge. You know, they're, if not leading the league, one of the top teams in the league in points a game. I think they were 3rd in the country in yards per game rushing. You could just hear the buzz all week that, you know, hey, this is going to be different. You know, they haven't played the Bison yet. And that was good. It was a motivator for us. And our kids were challenged. They knew that Southern Illinois had, on film, was a good football team and did some really good things defensively. But, you know, for us to jump out and take us, I'm sure got them on their heels a little bit. You know, because I don't know if many people have done that to them.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about this, Coach. I saw it early on. You guys mixed and matched more personnel, went heavy a few times.
Yep.
Had Raja on the backfield a lot, and that paid
right.
dividends.
Well, they were jumping in and out of a 3-down and 4-down. And so we knew we went heavy personnel because, again, this is going to sound silly, but we're used to seeing 4-down. So if we can control what front they're in and used to blocking a 4-down scheme, let's try to get in there. But Raja became kind of that extra piece that, hey, he's a receiver. Oh, no, all of a sudden we're in some lighter personnel groupings, but big bodies on the field, and we kind of got to have the pen last a little bit with some of our play calls and just schematically what we wanted to do against what type of defensive structure.
How pleased are you seeing what Raja has been able to do here in the multiple roles that you guys have him?
How about the Nelson brothers?
Yeah.
Just that. I mean, but Raja, these are all the things we anticipated he was going to do for us coming out of high school. He was a talented young man out of Lakeville North, played quarterback, played corner, played running back, receiver, a little bit of a Swiss Army knife, and he's that for us right now. Special teams has great value to us. So it's fun to see him, you know, really carving out what those roles are.
It certainly executed him to a T this afternoon. It was 13-10 at the half. We'll take a look at the second half of this game when we come back here on the Bison Football Show.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values that win championships on the field, build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you, for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison, and just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
We're all players in the waiting game, whether that's for the day's first flight, the first shot, or the first retrieve. Entire off seasons of prep and practice all pointed at that singular moment each of us live for. First light. Because that's when it all becomes real. And it's finally your time to shine. Shields.
I want to do everything to the best of my ability.
Travel.
My bad. On the court and on the road. If I make a mistake, I want to know.
Lane violation.
And when I'm at my best, I want to see the rewards. That's why I signed up for the Drive for Less program with NODAC Insurance. I drive safely so I could save up to 30% on my insurance premium. Driving safe and saving money? That's a good call. Download the NODAC Insurance app today.
WDAY is your home for North Dakota high school tournament memories on DVD. Watch these student athletes at their best as they put it all on the line for their school and communities. Visit WDAY.com and click on the WDAY Deals tab. Every game is available for $25 plus tax, shipping, and handling. All the games you remember, only at WDAY.com. Buy your North Dakota High School Championship DVDs today.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. No ATM fees and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Back at it here on the Bison Football Show, taking a look at the second half of NDSU's win against Southern Illinois. 34-10 the final. Coach, this was 13-10 coming out of the halftime locker room. You knew you were going to start the game on defense in the second half. And like we said earlier, you had 3 straight 3-and-outs defensively and then a stop on downs. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
No, and kudos to our players and the defensive staff, just having a great game plan, narrowing the focus, and making it work, making sure everyone was comfortable with it. And our kids played fast. They came out, and I thought our guys up front got great pressure on the quarterback. Early in the game, they were trying to get us into some basically empty boxes, no backers, and they're running the quarterback draw. Made some couple little tweaks at halftime, took them out of that, and I thought we handled the tempo pretty well. They got us on our heels a couple times, but for the most part, there was great communication and great energy and then execution. And we talk all week, if you play hard and you execute at a high level, you probably win 90% of your games.
Coach, you saw that motor and effort up front from your front four. You guys were able to get home today.
We were, and numerous players getting home. But Jake, of course, I told in the press conference tonight, I saw Jake early this morning, and he looked at me and said, Coach, we're going to get to the quarterback. And, I'm not going to argue with a sixth-year senior and a guy who, it bleeds green and yellow, and he was accurate. He knew exactly what he was talking about. And those guys had a great week of prep. Coach Phelps and Coach Gazer do an outstanding job getting that group to work together really well.
4 sacks as a team today, Coach, and then offensively, we're able to get the run game going there in the second half, get the physicality, control line of scrimmage. First off, Tamarick had that big through the face mask, gets the touchdown. Right. That was first of 2 for him.
That's a huge run right there. That's a dominating run. I mean, when you see a big back like that, breaking tackles, using his weapons with the stiff arm and things, and regardless of the face mask, finishing in the end zone, that's an effort play. That's an attitude play. And for a 60-year guy and a senior who got recognized to have that type of day in his last, guaranteed game in the Dome, couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, it was an awesome highlight. Why don't we take a look at that and one of many that we had in the second half for the Bison, who scored the final 21 points of this game. It's our second half highlights presented by Gate City Bank.
WDAY, the pitch to Roe Elliott. He got strung out there. Nice play by Oscar Benson. We saw him get dinged up in the first half. Comes up with a nice tackle. Miller slings this open on the reception. Stuffle, his first catch of the game. Touchdown in Brookings. Williams, looked like a face mask. It is, but Tamarick's still on his feet. T-Mac down the sideline. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Miller wants to air it out down the field for Eli Green, who goes up and catches it. Another third down conversion. That to end the third quarter. What a play. Toss to Tamarick Williams. He'll cut inside. Touchdown. North Dakota State, his second of the day. Baker. Under pressure. Down he goes. It's Cava again. What a day for the Moorhead kid on senior day. SAU and Downs. Miller Wants Eli Green. He's got it down to the 5-yard line. Green continues to be the playmaker the Bison need. Southern Illinois has one of them. They'll go to Marshall up the middle. Touchdown, North Dakota State. You're talking about that if they can get to 7-4. This one floated by Simmons. Intercepted. That's picked off. What a day. It's Najee Nelson. How about that? And a performance that I think this team has been aching for, that's capable of.
Final stats from this one. NDSU takes the victory 34-10. Final stats presented by Nodak Insurance. And Coach, the possession, monumental. 38 minutes of possession for your bunch.
That's outstanding. I think close to probably 21 minutes in the second half. And, when, again, a team that wants to go a little tempo with you, all of a sudden 3 and out, takes about 30, 40 seconds off the clock. And we were able to convert some big plays, but also just chew up some yardage. We had some success on early downs, first and second down, got into some short yardage situations where we can, move those chains and stay on the field. And again, I know it's to some people it's boring, but complimentary football is good football in my mind.
Yeah, you win ball games. One more before we get to our next thing here. You guys had some 3rd and longs, and you had some spectacular. Braylon had the huge catch. Yep. Eli had a huge catch. Once again, your receivers stepped up and made big plays.
Oh, they did. They did. And towards the end of the game, especially in the second half, they were playing pretty much man coverage, in those scenarios. And our guys just, double move, beat win your one-on-ones, and they did. Both those guys. Braylon's was a huge catch over the shoulder, and Eli going up and just being aggressive and high point in the football. Both tremendously talented guys, and again, and you got to talk O-line protection, Cam putting the ball in the money.
Yeah, there were a lot of heroes in this one, Coach. Our Nodak Insurance player of the game was Jake Cava. After the game, Logan Campbell caught up with Jake.
You told me this week that your playoffs start today. What was your mentality coming into today's game?
Yeah, just go 1-0. I mean, obviously we've been a little bit frustrated this year. Haven't been able to put a full game together, and obviously today we still made some mistakes, but this was a good start, and playoffs start today, and now we got to go to Northern Iowa and get one next week.
2.5 sacks for you today. To have that performance on your last regular season home game in senior day, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means the world. I mean, this could be my last game on this turf. Obviously, it started back in 4th grade or whatever. It started a long time ago, but it's fun to come out here and get a couple today and help the team win.
Congrats, Jake.
Alrighty, Coach, we talked about him a little bit earlier in the show. Jake Cava, our player of the game, 2.5 sacks for him on a big day at senior day.
Yeah, Jake is a 6th-year senior, a big piece of our leadership of this football team, has navigated some injuries along the way. ACL tear, tore his pec a year ago, and to see him having successes these last go-around, and this program has meant the world to him. He walked on and earned a scholarship, and like I said, is in a leadership role on this football team, and he's going to be an unbelievable ambassador for Bison football for the rest of his life.
Yeah, looking forward to continuing and keep adding on games to the season as well. It's not over yet. So Jake Cava, hats off to him, a great senior day performance. We're going to take a timeout here on the Bison Football Show. When we come back, we catch up with Cody Heisman. That's coming up next.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values that win championships on the field, build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you, for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arden Beachy, Medical Director at Swanson Hyperbarics and former Bison quarterback. We all know that injuries are part of the game. We treat concussions, ankle sprains, and everything in between. Our goal is to safely return athletes back to the action and have them performing at their best. Whether it's hyperbaric oxygen therapy, the ozone hocket, or magnetic therapy, our technologies will reduce inflammation quickly and speed up the healing process. Call Swanson Hyperbarics today and find out how we can help you.
Exclusively at Halberstadt's West Acres Mall, discover the largest selection of Johnston & Murphy menswear all on sale for 20% off the retail price. Known as the epitome of timeless craftsmanship, you'll love Johnston & Murphy's perfect blend of comfort and durability found in their shoes, clothing, and accessories. Complement your style with a new look from Johnston & Murphy. Elevate your wardrobe today. Visit Halberstadt's West Acres Mall for 20% off our massive Johnston & Murphy inventory.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison. And just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
Welcome back to the Bison Football Show with Coach Entz. And this week's Olaf Anderson feature, Dom Izzo caught up with defensive tackle Cody Heisman.
Those reps helped last season to get you ready now for what's happened in 23?
I think they've helped like a bunch. Like getting 15, 20 snaps a game every game last year with Eli being out has helped me prepare to be able to step in situations like these. And, you know, don't want to have them, but I'm just glad I'll be prepared to step in.
What do you feel like the biggest thing? Is it strength? Is it the game slow down? Where is the biggest change from this time?
I'd say the game slowed down a little bit more for me. And then just a couple technical things that I keep working on, got to keep getting better at. And, you know, yeah, bad level of footwork. I'll get those down and I'll be able to step in.
I want to visit just about, I know when you committed about getting here. Tell me about the journey on the field. Have you played even sooner than you thought when you got here?
Yeah, I think, you know, right when I came in, you know, every high schooler thinks they can come in here and just show everyone who they are. And no, I realized real quick it's a process-driven program, and I've enjoyed the process. Got on the field early with Eli getting out last year, and continue to keep working. And now I'll get on the field again with Will being out. So,
how much do you think it helped that you were going against Cody and Nash last year? How much did that help your development?
I think going against them my freshman year was really what showed me what it takes to be an NDSU or FCS football player. And them just going against them every day in practice really helped me build that grit and toughness that you need here.
Tell me about how big a deal is back home. You're a Division I football player. From what is the response in Pella been like here over the last couple of years?
They've been excited. I know last year for sure my neighbors, they own the pub down there, so they'll have the game on every Saturday, and just people will come and watch and enjoy it. And I like going home and seeing them all. So it's been great with the coaches too.
All right, Coach, Cody Heisman getting some more playing time on the interior defensive line from your home state of Iowa, and a young player who's up and coming here.
He is. Kind of got thrown into the mix a year ago in 2022 because of an injury, and this year again because of an injury. We're going to have to lean on him more. He's really had a couple, 2-3 weeks of really good practice back-to-back, and that's just a testament to Coach Phelps, but also Cody's just attention to detail and desire to get better, and know that that's the best way to earn reps is have good weeks of practice.
He's been excellent. It's time for our great clips. Great question, Coach.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's see what we got. It's from Lynn in Tioga. She asks, how do you contain and manage emotions on a senior day?
Well, it is, after the game, I probably got a little emotional. I try to avoid thinking about it too much. I mean, some of these guys have been here 6 years. I've been here 10. I've recruited them, got to know them, know their families, they know my family, and that's what this program is. And it's our football family. I spend probably as much time with them as I do my own family, and they would probably say the same thing. And it's a special day, especially you see the guys run out of the helmet, and just the people in the crowd and the appreciation that they have for them. It's tough being a Bison. You have to. I tell recruits all the time, this is a 365-day program. You have to be on and at your best every single day because that's the standard.
Absolutely, Coach. It was a fun senior day. Glad that we got to get the victory. We're going to wrap things up here on the show with Coach Entz. Don't go anywhere.
bite. Better with Pepsi.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. No ATM fees and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
We're all players in the waiting game. Whether that's for the day's first flight, the first shot, or the first retrieve. Entire off seasons of prep and practice all pointed at that singular moment each of us live for. First light. Because that's when it all becomes real. And it's finally your time to shine. Shields.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
News happens at all hours of the day and night.
Stories develop and situations change in the blink of an eye.
In our community, knowing where you can turn at any time of the day
for clear information and facts
is more important today than at any other time.
That's why we start our day
in the middle of the night
to gather new information
and be ready to bring it to you.
Tracking what has changed overnight and how that will impact your day today.
We're here for you with the most up-to-date news and weather
to get you on your way,
because your community
is our community.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back in. Bison Football Show with Coach Entz, wrapping things up as NDSU looks to its final game of the regular season. Coach, on the road next week at Northern Iowa in the Uni Dome.
Yeah, it's always a tough place to play. Coach Farley has, I think probably the winningest coach in the Missouri Valley, has created that program into, one of the top FCS programs in the country. I know they'll be ready to play us. He'll have those kids ready, and it'll be a great atmosphere. And we're gonna have to. Starts on Monday. We've got to stack a bunch of good days together, and I know logistically we'll have our travel squared away. But this is a great opportunity for us against a good football team.
Big time challenge.
Yep.
Congrats on the win today,
Appreciate
Coach.
You bet. Thank you.
Let's get after it this coming week. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Bison Football Show. Big thank you to our great crew. For Coach Entz, I'm Sam Neidermann. We'll catch you guys next time.
Today's Bison Football Show with Coach Matt Entz has been presented by Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.